afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. It is autumn.
It is autumn. It's a beautiful day today.
It really is.
Sunny and mild. Feels great.
It does feel great. And we're going to head to the backyard patio later on for a little spooktacular.
Yes, we have a little special guest coming up in a little bit.
But first, panic, fear, confusion, things Stoughton High School wants to prevent from happening again after a misunderstanding yesterday. We're live with what we learned.
We're another step closer to vaccines for younger children. We'll explain the late-breaking news from this afternoon, what it could mean for parents, and Dr. Potoff will join us later this hour.
And a local woman making a difference in Afghan refugees' lives. If you missed them packing up today, it's not too late to help. Let's take a look outside. As we mentioned, a beautiful day. The sun was out.
That's
Doesn't
a
get
live
much better
shot of
than
our
this.
weather patio, yeah.
Enjoyed the 50s, the weather words, because it may be cooling down. Julian's in the backyard. How low is it going to get?
Well, we're going to be seeing some close to freezing temperatures as we hit into certain lows, but for right now, that's not what we're going to be worrying about at all. As we can see, beautiful sky for us and plenty of sunshine on our Tuesday. Now, as we take a look, this is kind of how we've been phasing out throughout today. Our high today was 54 degrees. We're just about normal, so we're very seasonable in terms of our cool. However, our low overnight was 30 degrees. That's how freezing it has been. So we are still seeing temperatures that are onto the cooler side of things, but we're going to be maintaining that cool as we continue for the next few days. And for here right now, 54 degrees, but we are going to be seeing plenty of sun as we continue throughout the rest of our evening hours. Now, temperatures around southern Wisconsin are maintaining those 50s as we go in throughout, so definitely enjoying them while we have them, because after the next few, well, at least after this weekend, we're going to be seeing temperatures start to take a nosedive. But as we take a look for tonight, 37 degrees looks to be for our low, mostly clear conditions, and it will remain on the cooler side as well. So that's some of the good news, especially as we're seeing winds not being too breezy as we go into tonight as well. Now, as we take a look at our traffic, things around the Beltline as of right now, not a whole lot of slow spots just now. As we're going into our 4 o'clock hour, we're looking at pretty decent conditions in terms of getting to and from along the Beltline. Now, as we go ahead and check out the interstates, as of right now, still looking pretty green as we're going in throughout the rest of our evening hours. So that commute is still looking pretty sharp for right now, but definitely going to be looking at a bit more traffic as we head into later parts of today. But we'll have much more coming up, especially some rain chances that are in our forecasts in a few moments. Until then, let's toss it back to the studio.
All right, Julian, thank you. Topping our news, an FDA advisory panel has recommended moving along with Pfizer's COVID-19 shots for children ages 5 to 11.
Members of the FDA's Vaccines and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee agreed that the benefits of vaccinating younger children appear to outweigh the risks. But some members appeared troubled about voting to vaccinate a large population of younger children based on studies of a few thousand. However, they agreed the benefits outweigh the risks.
And there have also been close to 100 deaths, making it one of the top 10 causes of death in this age range during this time.
About 28 million children could be eligible for the shot. Final approval from the CDC could come as early as next week. Moderna says it will soon seek approval for its low-dose pediatric vaccine.
Executives from YouTube, TikTok, and Snapchat were grilled by senators about what they're doing to keep children safe online.
The hearing followed testimony from a former Facebook data scientist who says Instagram's photo sharing service appears to seriously harm teens.
Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
In a Senate Commerce Subcommittee hearing, Utah Senator Mike Lee challenged Snapchat executive Jennifer Stout. His staff created an account for a 15-year-old with no preferences and says what showed up on the social media app was wildly inappropriate for a child.
Tips on, quote, why you shouldn't go to bars alone, notices for video games that are rated for ages 17 and up, and articles about porn stars.
I am unfamiliar, and I've taken notes about what you have said that your account surfaced.
Stout joined executives from YouTube and TikTok, answering questions about how their apps are looking out for children on issues from privacy to safety.
He was suffering from dental pain.
Senator Amy Klobuchar shared the story of 19-year-old Devin Noring of Minnesota, who died after taking fentanyl-laced Percocet that he bought on Snapchat.
We have deployed proactive detection measures to get ahead of what the drug dealers are doing. They are constantly evading our tactics.
I think there's other ways to do this too, as creating liability when this happens. So maybe that'll make you work even faster so we don't lose another kid.
Earlier this month, one Facebook whistleblower told lawmakers the company prioritized profit over user safety, even going as far as generating algorithms potentially exposing children to dangerous content. Frances Haugen, the former Facebook employee who sounded the alarm, testified before a UK Parliament Joint Committee Monday.
Facebook's own research says now the bullying follows children home. It goes into their bedrooms.
Lawmakers also expressed concerns that TikTok is tied to China's communist government, allegations the app's parent company, ByteDance, denies.
If it were not accurate, you would answer the questions, and you have dodged the questions more than any witness I have seen in my 9 years serving in the Senate.
The company says it stores all of TikTok's U.S. data in the United States and has recently tightened its privacy practices for children. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
There are at least 2 bills that senators are working on to protect U.S. children. One would make it illegal for social media companies to track a young user's data.
The other would make social media companies legally responsible if a child is exploited on an app.
There are a group in Madison, a community that is still working to help refugees at Fort McCoy. Nearly 2 months after their first drive, the same group got together again today to unload a U-Haul full of fabric to donate to Fort McCoy. Cynthia Hirsch said they've been expanding their outreach to church groups, and they've received an incredible amount of donations.
My garage was completely full, my porch was completely full, and it was time to move some of it up there because we heard from the volunteers up there that they've used up what we brought so far and they needed more.
The women behind the effort suggest that those interested in donating check out lists of needs from organizations like Team Rubicon and Catholic Charities of La Crosse.
There will soon be a direct flight from Wisconsin's capital to the nation's capital. Delta Airlines is bringing nonstop service from the Dane County Regional Airport to Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. beginning in November. The direct flights will depart on Sundays through Fridays at 5:35 p.m. It's the latest direct flight from the Dane County Regional Airport to be announced in the last few weeks, including a direct flight to New York City.
Governor Tony Evers is touring the state today. While he was in Milwaukee, he promoted a new way that the state is caring for people who have substance abuse disorders. It's for eligible Badger Care Plus and Medicaid members who have substance use disorders and at least one other health condition. The pilot sites will use what the state is calling a hub and spoke model that combines access to comprehensive addiction and mental health treatment, as well as primary care and other supports to assist a patient's recovery.
The Wisconsin Assembly is scheduled to vote today on a package of bills touted by Republicans and the state's building and real estate industries as a way to create more affordable housing for workers, reduce regulations, and reform outdated practices.
And now we're trying to address the middle, the workers, the people who are coming up the Chippewa Falls, Bloomer area, that there's jobs around, great places to eat, go to school, but there's no housing.
A tight housing market driven in part by a lack of inventory and decline in new construction has resulted in rapidly rising housing prices in many areas, making it more difficult for people to purchase affordable homes.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who ordered an investigation into the 2020 presidential election, says that more subpoenas and time may be needed to complete the work. He also said today it was possible he would try to force the state's top elections official to submit to an interview with the attorney leading the investigation before a judge holds a hearing on the validity of the subpoena. Democratic Attorney General Josh Call sued last week in an attempt to block the subpoena. A judge on Monday set a December 23rd hearing on the matter.
Well, the Packers are down another receiver as Alan Lazard was placed on the COVID-19 reserve list today. That comes a day after it was announced #1 receiver Devontae Adams and defensive coordinator Joe Barry would also be away from the team due to COVID protocols. The NFL Network reports Lazard is not vaccinated and therefore cannot play for 5 days, but he can return after that with a negative test. With a game against the Cardinals just 2 days away, chances are that the Packers are going to be without both wideouts. A Japanese startup hopes to pursue persuade, that is, wealthy consumers to swap their supercar for a $680,000 hover bike, which went on sale today. The X-Tourism Limited Edition from Tokyo-based drone startup ALI Technologies is equipped with a conventional engine and 4 battery-powered motors and promises to fly for 40 minutes at up to 60 miles an hour. The startup, whose backers include industrial heavyweights like Mitsubishi, demonstrated the bike with a short flight at a racetrack near Mount Fuji. A misunderstanding over a possible armed person led to confusion and scary moments at a Dane County school this week.
Today, we're getting a better understanding of what went wrong and how the district hopes to prevent it from happening again.
Our Brett Hamilton is live at Stoughton High School this afternoon, having spoken with a student who was in the building when the alarms went off. Brad?
Well, that freshman student said he's frustrated on multiple fronts. Michael Drifke was in band class, he says, at the time the Alice alarm sounded from the school's PA system at around 10:20 in the morning yesterday. Now, if you're not familiar with Alice, it is a safety protocol used at many schools around the country to protect students and staff during an active threat. Now, Stoughton's principal activated the warning system when he thought Stoughton police told him there was an armed person on the school's campus. It turns out police had already arrested that person, and now Alice, I'll remind you, stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. Drifke's main frustration was not that the lockdown was not needed, but instead how unprepared he and his classmates felt. Some students ran out of the building while others hunkered down in their classrooms with no communication coming from the school leaders.
I wasn't especially scared for my own life. I was just concerned about why there's like no communication of where he is and what we're supposed to do.
The lockdown would last an hour long, and it was a measure that Stoughton police says was not needed. The principal admitted that he should not have hit the button to activate Alice and that he's looking into the protocols. And the principal also said in the school board meeting last night that this was a learning situation and that they will get better from this. And coming up at 5, we're going to go a little bit deeper into Alice and what it means and how it was, demonstrated yesterday. Reporting live in Stoughton, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Brad, thank you. Well, Sun Prairie is once again hosting its Spooktacular Halloween celebration.
When we come back, we'll have a preview of the upcoming event, which includes a track and treat for your four-legged goblins. We're live from our haunted patio. That's when Live at 4 continues.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right. Visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
An official message from Medicare.
Did you try it yet?
Comparing plans?
Oh, yeah, they sure can change year to year.
I found lower premiums.
And lower prescription costs.
That'll save you money. So, Mark?
On Medicare.gov now.
Open enrollment ends December 7th.
Use the plan finder at Medicare.gov to compare Medicare health and prescription plans.
Comparing plans really pays.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
What makes new Salonpas Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salonpas contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Okay. We can stay there.
Chipotle is once again changing up its Halloween tradition due to the pandemic. The fast food restaurant has moved this year's burrito deal for costume-wearing customers online. Chipotle says to get a free burrito, all you have to do is visit its virtual location on the mobile platform Roblox, grab a virtual costume, and beat its Chipotle burrito maze. The first 30,000 customers who participate will receive a free burrito code.
All right. A Virginia Beach couple has been sentenced to nearly 20 years in prison combined for their involvement in a $31.8 million counterfeit coupon scheme. The FBI says investigators found fake coupons in every crevice of the house belonging to Lorianne Tallons and her husband, Pacifico Tallons Jr. They also found designs for coupons for more than 13,000 products on Lori Tallons' computer. Officials say she was the mastermind creating fake coupons with discounts for nearly over a dozen items, near or over an item's value. She then sold them to people on social media. The 3-year scheme was discovered by the Coupon Information Corporation, which received a tip that someone was making and mailing fraudulent coupons.
Oil prices are climbing, but the value of Tesla is climbing faster than one legacy energy company. The house that Elon Musk built is now worth more than $1 trillion. It also gives its founder a unique bragging right. Tesla's stock jumped more than 12% after announcing a deal with Hertz to buy 100,000 of the company's electric vehicles. That lift puts Musk's net worth at $289 billion. That is more than the entire value of America's largest oil company, ExxonMobil.
Another record-setting day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials, it was up all across the board. The Dow and the S&P 500 both set record highs. Well, if you want to get a head start on Halloween festivities, Sun Prairie is the place to be on Thursday. After a year off due to COVID, the Chamber of Commerce there is once again hosting its Halloween Spooktacular.
Spooktacular. Barbara Beeling is here from the Chamber. Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell us about this year's Spooktacular.
Right. This year we have 49 businesses participating, and it goes from 1 to 4:30 p.m. And we have everything from a ghost hunter in town who's stopping at one of the businesses. Of course, kids and adults will get treats. We have some treats for people that are gluten insensitive or have other dietary needs. 49 businesses throughout the city, so that's the historic downtown and on the outskirts of town as well, including out in Marshall with Operation Heal.
Yes, we'll explain why you've got a sweet puppy dog on a leash here.
Cindy Brozig is here from Heal, H-E-E-L, and who's this guy here?
This is Josie. She's an alumni from the Dane County Humane Society. She's 2 years old, just passed her Canine Good Citizen, and she's working as a therapy dog for us. Her favorite activity, though, is track and treat. So we're going to do a track and treat for
So what is track and treat?
So come on out to our barn in Marshall, 1570 Trot Road, and kids are able to bring their own dogs to come and do some trick-or-treating. So dogs will find tricks in an obstacle course, and it's a fenced-in yard. And if you don't have a dog, Josie would be happy to work with you.
Tell us about your organization. What do you train dogs to do?
Thank you. Well, I'm a nurse by trade, and I offer animal-assisted therapy, which is a complementary therapy. And on top of that, I offer therapeutic dog training for folks. So
that's wonderful.
So she's not a sniffer dog.
No, not like a tracking dog. That's just like her favorite activity.
Now, Barbara, I understand there's going to be a glow track as well?
Yes, because in town it goes from 1 to 4:30, but because we know a lot of parents and kids, are working, they can go out until 8 p.m. to the farm, and so it will be lit up by globes.
Oh,
and
that's
so
great.
Hence the glow park. And so Josie and her other doggy friends can be out on the nighttime obstacle course.
Correct.
See, you couldn't do this last year because of COVID, but you're taking precautions this year as well.
Absolutely. Recommending masks. Businesses will have hand sanitizer. We're asking people to keep a distance, and many of the businesses may be handing out the candy outside of their business as well.
Cindy, what breed is Josie?
She is, believe it or not, a Great Pyrenees treeing walking coonhound Brittany Spaniel mix.
Oh, wow, a little bit of everything.
Yes, she is. Your
Pyrenees,
typical
they're usually pretty big, aren't they?
Correct, yeah. She does have the dew claw. Come here, Josie. And and she does have that very gentle disposition where she'll come up and just do the lean, the Great Pyrenees lean.
Oh, I love that. I wish we had something that we could see if she could dig it out for us. We could hide for her. We should have a treat out here for you.
For sure.
She is a great dog. So it's this Thursday, October 28th. Go through the specifics. 1 to 4:30.
1 to 4:30. That is the 48 businesses in town. And then at Operation Heal, it goes from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
sunprairiechamber.com/events for all the information. Something's out there.
Absolutely. You can find the list. We've got, we also have a punch card contest. So
that might be Dana Fulton's dog.
As you go from business to business, you can get your card punched and then turn that in for prizes. And a number of the businesses are in a decorating contest as well.
Oh, you got it all going on.
It feels so good to have it back, doesn't it, after such a long break?
Sun Prairie is the fun prairie in town. So,
Josie, you're such a good girl. You did so good.
When you see it, oh, now you're smiling.
Yes.
Oh, Cindy, thank you. Barbara, you as well.
Thanks for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great event.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, a lot of people decorate their home for Halloween.
Yeah, I put some lights up, a couple pumpkins, but then some people really decorate for Halloween. We'll show you a house you will not want to miss. Our Josh Spreiter will do the honors.
It's in Sun Prairie.
Yes, it's in Sun Prairie. That's right. It's coming up after Julian's First Warn forecast.
Not only does a seamless leaf guard gutter system add beauty to your home, it's also the last gutter system you'll ever buy. It's guaranteed to never clog or will come out and clean them for free. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide our skin, not us.
Because Dupixent targets a root cause of eczema, it helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of it. And for kids ages 6 and up, that means clearer skin and noticeably less itch.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By helping to control eczema with Dupixent, you can change how their skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can show more with less eczema. Talk to your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the SUV of the future for everyone. Ford Edge. With all new Sync 4A with a 12-inch touchscreen and available enhanced active park assist, it's built to make life easier. Because the SUV of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford Edge. Drive one today. Now, choose FlexBuy on Ford Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 cash only at your local Ford dealer.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore, closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
The holidays
days are doubly important this year. So make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Pick and save. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
LeafGuard is the only gutter system to earn the Good Housekeeping seal, the leading symbol of quality, assurance, trust, and safety in America. And LeafGuard is guaranteed to never clog. My team will give you a free estimate, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Well, take a look at this. This is City Climb. It's the highest external building climb in the world. Visitors to New York City can give this new attraction a try for $185. No thanks. Guests take more than 190 steps to ascend nearly 1,200 feet into the air. At the top is an outdoor sky deck where people can get 360-degree views and literally hang out on the side of a skyscraper. You can also enjoy champagne toast at the top. You may need that after the adrenaline rush.
Things Mark will never do.
What if they have extra pants?
That's a good question.
Forget the champagne.
Wow. Well, you can't have fall without pumpkin, and Tuesday is the day, that's today, to celebrate this versatile gourd.
Whether you enjoy pumpkin decor, pumpkin patches, or pumpkin spice lattes, National Pumpkin Day is the day to fulfill all of your pumpkin obsessions.
Well, that's another story.
That's another story altogether. You can carve a jack-o'-lantern, roast pumpkin seeds, visit pumpkin patch, do whatever you want. Pop a pumpkin pie in the oven.
Have a little marzipan pumpkin.
Is that what those are?
Aren't these cute? They're little candy pumpkins. Our director, Nicole, got those for us. They're great.
They're just sugar, right?
Yeah, sure. Can't go wrong.
Don't say pumpkin at all. All right, Julian.
Yes, pumpkin everything, huh?
I guess so.
Well, aside from pumpkins, we are looking at a gorgeous evening ahead of us. On top of that, we are looking for some changes that are on the way, however, which we're going to dive into in just a few moments. So stay tuned for the full forecast after the break.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
At Humana, we believe your health care should evolve with you, and part of that evolution means choosing the right Medicare plan for you. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits, but you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and co-insurance, but you may pay higher premiums and still not get prescription drug coverage. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits. You get all this coverage for as low as a $0 monthly plan premium in many areas. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals and telehealth coverage with a $0 copay. So call or go online today and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan could save you money. Humana, a more human way to health care.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's a medicine specifically made for heart failure, Entresto. It's a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you've been enjoying your Tuesday so far. It's been a pretty gorgeous one, especially as we got into our afternoon. Plenty of sunshine and those temperatures in the 50s. And the moderate and cool conditions are going to stick around for us for the next few as we're looking into a cool stretch of holding on to those 50s around the seasonable side. On top of that, we're looking for dry conditions to stick around for now, but we are looking for a change in our pattern as showers look to turn in late Wednesday into our Thursday. Now, as we get into it, this is what we're going to be looking at as we move on throughout the rest of the forecast. As we take a look, it seems that we have a freeze in our graphics as of right now, but give me 1 second. We are looking at, for the most part, throughout much of the day, we're going to be looking at clear conditions for us, even though we are going to be moving along and starting to see that we are having some technical issues. One moment as we, oh my gosh. Well, well, you know, the good news is that we are looking for tonight to be on the clearer side of things. As we are having some technical difficulties, I'm going to try to reboot it. But for tonight, folks, we're going to be looking at cloud cover to be mostly on the clearer side as we get into the night. We are tracking some showers that will be looking to make their way into the forecast as we go into our Thursday. But as of right now, we're looking at lots of mild conditions and clear and cool conditions as well. Now, as we're starting to see things starting to reboot for us once again, temperatures are going to be onto the seasonable side. That's what we're going to be keeping our eye on. As we're looking at a trend of 50-degree temperatures to stick around. And then at the nighttime, we could be seeing some of those lows starting to hit into those 30s as well. But as we continue throughout what we're going to be seeing out tonight, not going to be seeing that cloud cover really start to build until we get into our Wednesday. That's one thing we're going to be keeping our eye on. And here's what we're going to be starting to see as this finally starts to load up for us. It's really on the surface, man, because we are looking for a system that's going to be starting to move in as we push in throughout the rest of the day. Now, this is what we're going to be looking at. It's starting to impact precipitation mostly into the western area, and that system is going to sweep its way in, bringing in more precipitation for us as we go in throughout the rest of the next couple of days, mainly into our Tuesday. And as we take a look at what we're going to be seeing, mostly clear conditions for us. Planning out the rest of this evening for us, temperatures are going to be diving down into those 30s, and then the cloud cover will be building as we get into our Wednesday. Heading into our Wednesday nights, some areas may be seeing some light showers, but mostly once we get into Thursday, that's when we're going to be looking at the changes really starting to come in, especially as we head into Thursday afternoon with showers on the way and that rain looking to make its way into our forecast throughout our Thursday into our Friday. Now, as we take a look for the next few days, what we're going to be expecting temperatures once again to be sticking around into those 50s. Not going to be seeing much of a drop until we get into pretty much November. Once we get into November, temperatures are going to be back into really close to the winter-like feels. But those 40s sticking into the forecast, and our lows will be into the freezing point. It's going to be holding like that for the next few days as well. So that's something I'm going to keep an eye on, Mark and Susan.
All right, we got to update that Commodore 64.
Yeah, good job, Julian. You did a great job.
Thank you.
We're just a few days from Halloween, and there's a family in the 608 who went all out for the occasion.
Our photojournalist Mark Schilling shows us how a Sun Prairie family is decorating for the holiday.
My dad goes crazy for Halloween.
2.5 years ago, we moved to Illinois. COVID hit, and my son was turning 6. And so I thought, well, I want to do something special for his 6-year-old birthday. He was born the day after Halloween, and so he'll turn 7 this year.
Just call me 7 because I'm about to be 7.
So we moved here to Sun Prairie about 6 months ago, and so had some opportunity to, you know what, I'll pull out some of those decorations that we brought in and decided to kind of go with the same theme.
My dad loves pirates in his yard for Halloween.
Pulled out some of the inflatables, and I started creating stuff back in August. In fact, we had so many inflatables that we passed them off to some neighbors here.
Dad does go crazy for Halloween.
I was able to kind of blend our family time with decorating. That was, you know, a lot of fun.
I guess I helped a little bit, but not like big time.
He started at a young age kind of building and gluing and sculpting and stuff. And so I'll kind of steer him one way and say, well, I don't know if this will stand up or if this will hold. And then, like, he built a little ghost by the tree all on his own completely.
Oh.
people come by and they drive by and walk by, and it becomes kind of a talking point. And it was really great during COVID too, because people could at that point just only get out of their house to walk around, and so it gave kind of some joy and stuff for people to do, to talk and take a walk. And the most common comment that I hear is, "Where do you put it all?" And I instantly just say, "Well, do you guys have any extra space in your house?"
Wow. Oh, Aaron, you outdid yourself. Little buddy, little pirate buddy is priceless.
Yes. The house is located on Silverado Drive. That's just south of the Sun Prairie Memory Garden. You can check out their display through Halloween. For more information, just go to channel3000.com.
Boy, my decorations are pathetic.
Don't get any ideas, Susan.
No, I love that, especially now coming out of the pandemic. It just makes people happy. Yeah.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, Consumer Reports helps us with some fall cleanup chores.
And then coming up next hour at 5, it's been 2 months since the national eviction moratorium came to an end. Eviction filings in Dane County are rising. We'll have that story coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too.
Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on the inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right. Diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take control of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, we walk you through what the Alice Alert System is and why students and staff at a local high school feel they had no guidance on what to do.
And we're expecting these cool temperatures to really settle in for the rest of the week, but another round of rain will likely pass through before Halloween weekend. We'll look at your full forecast.
And at 6, eviction filings are rising rapidly. How a landlord is making it virtually impossible for a Fitchburg mom to get a new apartment. We'll share that story with you tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 4. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Well, fall is the perfect time to make those necessary home fix-its that might have slipped through the cracks over the summer, but should definitely be addressed before winter.
Yeah, here it comes, ready or not. Are you not sure where to begin? Here's our Brady Mallory with Consumer Reports recommendations.
Ashley Redigliano moved from an apartment to her first house a month ago.
It's exciting, but it's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
We do have a pretty large property that needs a decent amount of maintenance, but definitely needs a lot more work.
Consumer Reports says some chores can save you money in the long run, starting with your lawn. To avoid paying to patch your lawn in the spring, Consumer Reports suggests you avoid leaving matted leaves on the grass.
Using your lawnmower's mulching mode returns nutritious bits of leaves and grass back into the soil, plus it saves your back from raking.
You'll also save money on leaf bags. Unfortunately, leaves don't just fall on your yard. Leaves, sticks, and other debris can clutter gutters, causing rain to overflow and pool around your home's foundation and even seep inside. The safest way to clear gutters is from the ground, using a wand extension for your hose or even an attachment for your leaf blower or wet vac. Never go onto the roof to clean your gutters. And to protect your foundation, make sure your gutters drain at least 5 feet from the house. Then, take some time to inspect your roof. Use binoculars to look for shingles that appear cracked or curled. Small leaks can damage the wood sheathing and rafters and damage your home's interior. Consulting a professional can save you money down the line.
A pro can inspect the flashing around your chimney or any skylights and catch any leaks before they get worse.
And finally, don't forget to close your hoses to avoid the risk of bursting a pipe in sudden freezing weather. Shut off inside valves, then drain any leftover water from the outside spigots. This is Brady Mallory.
Thank you, Brady. Yep, the to-do list just got a lot longer, and CR says this is also the time of the year you want to replace your furnace filter.
Dirty air filters can restrict heat airflow in your home and lead to expensive repairs. Well, as usual, a lot of ground to cover in terms of COVID and booster shots.
Dr. Jeff Potoff from UW Health is here this afternoon. He has all the latest, including today's breaking news about vaccines for kids ages 5 to 11. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
I'm not getting through the pandemic just to end up with the flu.
I asked for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent. It's the #1 used flu vaccine for people 65 and older.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent is the only vaccine approved by the FDA for superior flu protection in adults 65 plus.
I'm not letting my guard down.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent isn't for people who've had a severe allergic reaction to any flu vaccine or vaccine component, including eggs or egg products. Tell your healthcare professional if you've ever experienced severe muscle weakness after receiving a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems, including those receiving therapies that suppress the immune system, may experience lower immune responses. Vaccination may not protect everyone. Side effects include pain, redness and/or swelling where you got the shot, muscle ache, headache, and general discomfort. Other side effects may occur.
All flu shots are not the same. I raised my game with Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
And checking in with our traffic as of right now, west and east on the belt line. Not too bad on the east belt line, but for the west, we do have our slow spots in the central side as you're going to be heading your way towards Whitney Way. But as we can see, even into the city as of right now, not too bad in terms of traffic. Some slow spots, but not overly congested as of right now. Now, changing our gears into the interstate as of right now, looking pretty good. A couple of slow spots a bit south of Janesville towards the Illinois line, but at the same time, we are looking at pretty good conditions as of right now as we are closing in on the 5 o'clock hour. Now, switching to our gears on Janesville to the Beltline, 26 minutes as of right now, average speed is 69 miles per hour, so pretty on pace as of right now. Sauk City to Middleton, 16 minutes to get from point A to point B. In Sun Prairie to downtown, we're looking at 18 minutes as well. So not too bad, not too congested as we're getting into the later part of our evening hours. So the traffic is not too bad. So if you want to get to point A and point B right now, definitely go ahead and get on the roads. Other than that, let's toss it back to you.
Grab your sunglasses.
Yeah.
All right, Julian, thank you. New York dogs got into the spooky spirit on Saturday with the 31st annual Thompson Square Halloween Dog Parade. Hundreds of pups and their owners donned costumes ranging from Spider-Man to the Pope and paraded before thousands of spectators. The event started more than 3 decades ago as a fundraiser for the Thompson Square Dog Run and has grown into what CNN now calls the biggest Halloween costume contest for dogs in the world.
Oh, that's great.
There's some creative people there, that's for sure. Well, this is an important day in the COVID-19 battle and a potential game changer for families of young children.
An FDA advisory panel has suggested that the COVID vaccine for has suggested, right, that the Pfizer vaccine be approved for children, but it still needs approval from the CDC.
UW Health Chief Quality Officer Dr. Jeff Potoff is back with us. Good to see you.
Hi, Dr. Potoff.
Every time you're here, we have breaking news.
Yeah.
I know, it just seems it always happens on Tuesday, right?
So how big of a game changer is this?
I mean, this is kind of a big deal. There's a lot of people in our country who are age 5 to 11, and I think for a lot of parents, they've just been waiting for the moment that they can protect their children. It gets our kids a step closer to getting back to normal.
The vaccine is being fast-tracked for children, but a lot of parents, even fully vaccinated parents, remain on the fence about it. So what's your advice?
Yeah, I think, you know, this vaccine, this Pfizer vaccine, is one of the best studied vaccines in the history of the world at this point, given how many doses have been given. We understand it really well. It's going to be safe for those 5 to 11-year-olds. The data is conclusive on that. And it's going to be effective in preventing them from getting COVID, which has all kinds of deleterious side effects for our kids. So for my kids, I'd be happy to get them vaccinated, you know, that first day that we can get it, hopefully in early November now.
It's not a full dose, it's a third of the dose of the regular one and a smaller needle. And they want to like give it in schools and stuff to make it less scary for kids.
Yeah, I think, you know, vaccination's not something that any kid looks forward to. No one's raising their hand saying, I want to go first. So I think you do those things. The third dose is useful because it has as good of immune response. It likely decreases the rate of that heart inflammation that folks heard about, a 0.002% chance with the regular dose. That's probably even less now with this smaller dose. And we want it to be accessible. So whether it's mass vaccination sites like we were all kind of used to early on, or go into your local school, even your pediatrician's clinic, we can give these things much more broadly than when they first came out. So hopefully anyone who wants a vaccine for their 5 to 11-year-old can get one in the next couple weeks.
What if your child is closer to 12 than 11? Would they potentially need a full dose rather than this smaller dose?
I think from a practical standpoint, it might not matter at that age, but if they were under the age of 11, they would get that 1/3 dose. And they had kids who were, you know, on the older side of 11 in these trials. They mount good immune responses. You know, if they were 12 and they got the full dose, that's just a matter of having to pick an age where you switch. But if your kid is 11 years old and almost 12 and gets that 1/3 dose, they're going to be fine.
And it's going to be available. The government bought 28 million doses. That will cover every kid 5 to 11 in the country.
Well, I think it's not only available, but a lot of vaccinators have been kind of waiting for this. We've been hearing about the 5 to 11-year-olds for a while now. I suspect that they'll be ready to give those injections as soon as the CDC gives the green light on November 2nd or 3rd.
Children generally have mild symptoms, even if they test positive for COVID. Isn't that true?
That's true. So we see.
Why take the risk then?
Yeah, I think, we often think about COVID as this binary disease. Either you do fine or you die. And although it's likely that kids are less likely to have severe disease, they do have long-haul symptoms from COVID. They do get this inflammatory condition. It does keep them out of school for a long time, which isn't desirable. So there's a lot of reasons why when you're balancing COVID-19 versus the risk of a vaccine, the scale quickly falls, and the vaccine is definitely the right decision.
And it's still kind of new. We don't know what the effects are good if a child would get it now. If this goes into adulthood?
Well, yes and no. So we understand vaccines really well, and vaccines, when you give them, they create an immune response. And the good news is you find out pretty quickly whether that's a bad immune response, an adverse event, a good one, good immunity, or it just didn't work. So with other vaccines throughout the last 50, 60, 70 years, there is no such thing as a side effect that comes on a year later, 2 years later, 10 years later. That just doesn't happen with vaccines, and that's why we're so confident in the safety of these vaccines, even though they've been out for a year.
The mask mandate in Dane County, the latest version of it is going to be expiring soon. Do you expect it to be renewed in early November?
Yeah, I don't have a crystal ball, but I think given our current levels, they're decreasing, so that's good news. Once we get, kind of in that lower substantial transmission risk, you could see the mask mandate taken away. My guess, and I have no knowledge of what public health is going to do, is that it might extend for at least one more time. As that curve come down, we'll see how transmission goes in Dane County, and then maybe sometime in December, you could see a mask mandate go away if things continue to look optimistic.
And Dane County is the only county in the state that has gone down a level in the CDC's chart.
Yeah, I think, Dane County is a good example of the things that public health is telling the population work. They actually work. Vaccination works. Mask mandates when you need them, they work. And now you have Dane County where you can feel a little bit safer when you're out and about in public. It's just really the proof is in the pudding there.
And for the big old kids, get the booster when you can.
Yeah, absolutely. The big old kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you'll find more people are eligible for a booster than not eligible. So check those criteria. And if you get that booster dose, your chance of these breakthrough infections, which we're hearing about even with the Packers, becomes much less likely.
All right, Doctor, thanks for being with us.
Great to see you, Dr. Potoff.
I'm sure
Thanks
we'll
so
have
much.
more to talk about next week.
You bet.
And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
A local high school triggers the Alice alert system yesterday, sending students and staff into panic mode. Tonight at 5, we walk you through what an Alice alert is and why some feel they have no clear guidance into what to do. That's tonight at 5.
Years after reporting her father abused her,
He confessed to sexual contact with me.
yet he continued to walk free. Madeline O'Neill talks to a local woman who spent decades seeking justice.
And I'm not going away.
News 3 Now investigates Thursday at 6.
And as we take a quick recap for tonight, we are going to be looking at mostly clear conditions. Still holding on to some cool temperatures, however, but the low of 37 degrees for tonight, and cool conditions will live on for the next few days. But Dana Fulton will have your forecast coming up in just a few moments. Stick around.
All right, Julian, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll find out how to deal with anxiety as the pandemic continues.
And Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here to answer your plant and garden questions live. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
One of the best ways to protect your biggest investment, your home, is to replace your gutters with a lifetime Leaf Guard gutter system, guaranteed to never clog and warranted forever. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Feeling trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
When you replace your gutters with a Leaf Guard gutter system, you're getting peace of mind that your home's foundation is being protected, and you'll never have to climb that ladder again. My team will give you a free estimate, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
In today's Final Touch, a literal house of horrors from the big screen is a hot property hitting the market.
A Nightmare on Elm Street becomes a hot buy in an LA street. Navigating the real estate market can be a real nightmare, but horror movie fans could be looking at the house of their dreams because the home made famous by the Nightmare on Elm Street series is up for sale in Los Angeles, in a neighborhood there. A listing for the home, which isn't actually on Elm Street, features photos of a certain scary someone enjoying the Dutch colonial-style digs and all its features. And while the home itself is lovely, the price tag may scare you. It's listed for $3.25 million